guys, Jess and Tim here. Super excited about this Pride Beer Festival. Obviously, during COVID times, there wasn't in-person beer festivals, so we have ordered packages of beer that are what they're called online beer festivals. And this one is the one I was most excited to receive and check out. All about Pride and the LGBTQ plus community. So happy to support this cause. Means a lot. So super excited to try these beers, and there's also a couple more that were not included in the package, but that we found other breweries that were supporting the cause as well. So super excited to check those out as well after we're done with the 10 that we received for this festival.
Awesome. Yeah, and basically they have a little note here that describes everything. It just says, they created queer beer to celebrate the vibrant, diverse, and colorful voices of the queer community in craft beer. For this event, they wanted to recognize breweries that are queer-owned, along with breweries that may not be specifically queer-owned, but are still creative, incredible changes in the community and supporting the LGBTQ plus organizations. Together, each of these queer-owned and queer-supporting breweries are integral to moving the conversation of inclusion, equality, and justice forward in the industry. So that's what these beers basically represent and the breweries they came from. The first one we're going to start with is the Almanac Beer Company. It's their Love Hazy IPA Pride Edition.
So that would be this one right here. This one actually is close to where I grew up. The second half of my life was the Bay Area, where Tim and I actually met. So this one, I'm super excited to open up and give it a try. Like Tim said, it's a hazy IPA. It's coming in at 6.1%, so not too heavy, but also the can is super adorable.
Yeah, it's a New England style IPA. They have here a little note written about it. I'll let Jess read it when she's done pouring here.
I mean, I'm not one to go into into super depth of oh yeah, I can really smell and this hops comes through. But I mean, I definitely can tell you, definitely smells a bit like tropical, so definitely fruity.
I do know they use their Pilsner malt in this, so it's a little bit lighter for a hazy IPA. It's not as you get those orange juicy looking New England style IPAs. This one's a little bit more clear because they do use their Pilsner malt in it. So that's the reason why it's a little bit more clear on there.
This one's really good, guys. Definitely, if you're getting into hazy IPAs or just IPAs in general, I feel like this is a good middle ground one, especially if you're delving into more hazies and double, triple IPAs if you get to that level. But this is definitely a good middle ground one to start that. Super clear, like Tim said. This one's definitely clear. Doesn't look like orange juice by any means.
Yeah, it definitely has the Mosaic and Citra hops used in this. You can tell it's a classic kind of body to it, but it drinks really well. It's definitely great for a summer day, and like she said, it's a great introductory beer. So if you're going from a lighter Pilsner, pale ale kind of style, and you're trying to get into IPAs or don't want to get into super heavy IPAs, this is definitely a good place to start. Almanac always does great beer. It's one of our favorite. Yeah, it's one of our favorite breweries. So it's very good beer.
Also, cool little fact: the beer purchased goes to a super awesome organization in Oakland, California, and it is a nonprofit, and the money goes to enhancing and sustaining the well-being of lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer people through education, social, health, and wellness-related activities and programs. So that's also really cool. I like this one.
Yeah, I like this one too. You want a little bit more?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I got a lot to go through.
Okay, well, I'm gonna indulge a little bit more.
I think this is awesome because there's a lot of more breweries coming out and pride, women-owned breweries, women brewers, black-owned breweries. One of my favorite, I have a favorite brewery of the year, and last year and still running strong this year is Crowns and Hops from LA. They are husband and wife, black-owned brewery, and they do amazing work. They do amazing beers, and it's just awesome to like.
All right, let's move on to the second one. This one is the Stonewall Inn IPA from Brooklyn Brewery. It's coming in at a small 4% APV, so it sounds like it's gonna be a nice, chill, relaxing beer to drink.
Shout out to Brooklyn. My mom was born there.
And it says it's a citro hopped IPA. So get this thing open up here.
I'm very excited for this. I visited New York a couple years ago and went to some of my favorite breweries over there. Definitely one to visit. They are so awesome.
There's that beer for you. Yeah, it's a nice, another nicer, clear. Looks like just like a basic IPA. The note here says that it was created in 2019 with notes of citrus peel and grapefruit, and it's to help commemorate the 50th anniversary of the historic Stonewall Uprising. 6 days of protests and riots in response to the New York City police raiding the Stonewall Inn, a gay club located in the Greenwich Village, in New York. Greenwich Village, sorry, in New York. It's also, I guess, Stonewall's, riots are often recognized as igniting the gay rights movement, United States. So this beer is to represent that iconic bar. And it says here the portion of proceeds of the sale of this beer to the Stonewall Inn Gives Back initiative, which is the SIGBI. So it's also buying this beer goes to a good cause, so that's always good. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's nice.
It's good.
Citrus, grapefruit. It's pretty standard, basic IPA beer. It's going to a good cause, so can't complain about that. And it's apparently only 95 calories. So there you go. So another check park on there for taking this one out for a nice summer beach day and enjoying the refreshing notes that it has in it.
Alright, next is Collective Arts. I actually found Collective Arts while scrolling through Instagram randomly one day, and they were actually doing a collab with another brewery that I really enjoy. But the awesome thing about this, and I think like where they get their name from, is they let people from around the world come together and like create art for their cans, which I think is awesome. So for this series, they chose 4 people from around the world. I mean, we have Brazil, we have California, we have Missouri, and this artist is Jason Cortez, and he's from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and it's beautiful. I mean, as you can see, it's like breaking the chain, so that's really awesome. He did an awesome job with this. They did an awesome job with this can. Anyways, it's a New England IPA with Simcoe Mosaic hops, which are also known to be more like citrusy and like take out the harshness that you sometimes get from an IPA of like the hoppy bitterness. So this one kind of really smooths that one out. I love that sound.
That was good. That was a good pop right there.
So. And the difference for like when people say New England IPA or American IPA, it really is just like where the hops come from, and that style.
Yeah, West Coast IPA, right?
So there's West Coast IPAs and
it was smells tropically. Like there is like that is some like tropical goodness right there.
Definitely fruit forward.
This is some of those beers I like to make like you get the beers you can kind of make a slushy out of them. So you can get that slushiness to it.
This would make a good like beer cocktail.
Yeah.
Later on, we'll show you how to do some awesome beer cocktails. There's this place in San Francisco that we used to go to for date night before we went to this museum.